Have you ever felt like a failure because you lack discipline? Most people see it as a character flaw, something only the strong possess. But this belief is completely wrong. The truth is, discipline goes against how your brain is wired. Your brain didn't evolve for long-term goals or heroic self-control. It evolved for immediate survival, to conserve energy, seek quick rewards, and avoid unnecessary effort. That's why your brain would rather stay on the couch than go to the gym. It prefers scrolling TikTok over studying or writing because dopamine hits faster. This isn't laziness, it's biology. Modern life demands the opposite: focus, consistency, and productivity. So when you try to force discipline with pure willpower, you're fighting millions of years of evolutionary programming. And eventually, you lose. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, revealed a powerful truth. Real discipline doesn't come from force. It comes from smart design. The most disciplined people aren't more motivated or stronger than you. They've simply built systems and environments that make good habits easy and automatic. They don't fight their brain, they work with it. In this video, we're going to break the myth of discipline, expose the hidden mistakes you've been making, and show you a smarter, more effective way to build lasting habits. If you've ever felt guilty for procrastinating or hated yourself for breaking promises to yourself, this video will set you free. You weren't weak. You were just using the wrong approach. Discipline seems simple in theory. Just want it badly enough and resist temptation. But your brain doesn't care about your long-term goals. It cares about survival, comfort, and saving energy right now. For most of human history, our ancestors lived in environments where conserving energy meant staying alive. That ancient programming still runs in your brain today. So when you try to wake up early, study, or train, your brain sees it as a threat and pushes you toward the easiest option. This isn't a willpower problem. It's a design problem. Your brain wants comfort now, you want growth later. And as long as they're in conflict, you'll stay stuck. As James Clear says, motivation is overrated. Environment is everything. If you constantly need motivation and willpower, you're doing it wrong. The real solution is to stop fighting your brain and start designing around it. Your environment is the invisible force shaping your behavior. Most people try to change through inner strength alone, but self-control is fragile. It collapses in a poorly designed environment. You can be fully motivated to work out, but if your gym clothes are buried and your phone is in your hand, your brain will always choose the easier path. This is where choice architecture comes in. By making good habits more obvious, accessible, and frictionless, you dramatically increase your chances of success. Simple examples: want to read more? Leave the book on your pillow. Want to stop phone distractions? Hide it in another room. Want to exercise in the morning? Lay out your clothes the night before. Disciplined people don't have superhuman willpower. They're just better at designing their environment, so the right actions become the easiest ones. But we can go even deeper. One of the most powerful techniques from Atomic Habits is habit stacking. Instead of creating new habits from scratch, you attach them to habits you already do automatically. For example, after brushing your teeth, meditate for 2 minutes. After making coffee, write 1 journal page. After closing your laptop for the day, review your goals. This works because your brain already runs on habit loops. By stacking, you hijack existing cues and make new behaviors automatic with almost no resistance. Start small, at under 2 minutes. Make it specific and do it immediately after the current habit. Over time, these micro-stacks compound into powerful routines. Now let's talk about procrastination. It's not laziness, it's a symptom of poor design. Your brain avoids tasks that feel difficult, boring, or unrewarding. James Clear's 4 laws of behavior change solve this perfectly. Make it obvious. Keep cues visible. Make it attractive. Pair it with something you enjoy. Make it easy. Reduce friction as much as possible. Make it satisfying. Give yourself an immediate reward. When you apply these laws, procrastination fades because the right action becomes the natural choice. Here's the liberating truth. You don't need to love discipline. You don't have to fall in love with the process or feel motivated every day. The most consistent people aren't passionate about every task. They've built systems so strong that the behavior happens even on their worst days. Your goal isn't to force yourself. Your goal is to make the right actions so automatic that they require less energy than avoiding them. As James Clear says, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Finally, the deepest level of change is identity. Every small action is a vote for the person you want to become. When you consistently show up, even in tiny ways, you begin to see yourself as a disciplined person. And once your identity shifts, your behavior follows naturally. Discipline is no longer something you chase, it becomes who you are. If you've made it this far, you now have the blueprint. Stop waiting for motivation, stop blaming yourself, start designing your environment, stacking your habits, and voting daily for your new identity. Comment below, what's the first habit you're going to redesign today? If this video helped you see discipline differently, hit subscribe. We go deep into self-mastery and psychology here. Thank you for watching. Now go build the system that builds you.